No. Good evening and welcome to #Waka Wednesday. My name is Autumn. This is my husband Richard. We go live here on our YouTube channel every Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You can also catch us on our other channel, The Weathers channel, where we go live every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Absolutely
Okay.
correct.
These bones are loud. There's loud bones. Now I know I can hear it's messing with my head. Is all I'm saying. Joyce is here. Says hello, my amazing white fam and fantabulous fine weathers.
Hey.
You did amazing with Sean tonight. Thank you so much, Joyce. So if you don't know, I was on a live with Sean from Intentional Carnivore, and I really like him. Yeah, the conversation was great. And you know, we talked a little bit before and after the live, but have y'all seen he lost 220 pounds in a year.
Wow.
In a year, and boy, that video footage was nuts. It was nutcase.
That is a lot.
Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, I just really enjoyed talking to him, and that was really fun. It's on his page somewhere, Intentional Carnivore.
Sean, Intentional Carnivore.
Yeah. JuJu's here. No, just Intentional Carnivore. Oh. Yeah, his name.
Oh, his name is Sean. Okay.
Sean Intentional Carnivore.
Hey,
JuJu's here. Says good evening, Mr. Miss. How was your day? It was great. It was really good. Brianna's here. Says happy Waka Wednesday. I missed your interview, but watched the replay. It was great. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I know, right?
You were so beautiful.
Dustin's here. Says hey, wonderful people. How are you? I'm doing great. If you're asking me, Platay is here. Says good evening, friends. Sarah's here. Says hello, Autumn and Richard.
Good evening, all.
Brianna said, Richard, you look really tired. Yeah, keep that up. He does look tired and raggedy and run down.
Excuse me.
I didn't want to say anything, but now that Brianna's mentioned it, we can go ahead and get it out in the open. Okay.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, today is a good day. The title of today's video is Planning is Important, because I literally forgot that it was Whack Wednesday. The only reason I remembered is because I have it on my calendar every week. It's a recurring meeting that gives a 30-minute notification. And so my calendar, my watch said Whack Wednesday. I said, oh my God, today is Whack Wednesday. Richard's like, I knew that. I was like, thanks for nothing.
An audible gasp.
I did. And I hopped up and immediately came to schedule the live, because the live was not scheduled, because I guess going live with Sean.
I was going to say, how many lives did you do today?
Going live with Sean, I was like, well, my job's done today. Like, I literally was like planning to sit on the couch for the rest of the night and not do anything. But the fact that I planned ahead means that I still made it. I think another title for this video would be like, know your limitations, right?
I like that.
You know, one thing that like bothers me about people is that when they know their limitations, they don't do anything to mitigate what they know about themselves. Yes. Like if you know that you're forgetful, like if you know that you always lose your keys, like there's nothing wrong with always losing your keys, but there's something wrong with knowing that you're the type of person that always loses your keys and not doing something to help yourself not lose them as often, you know? So string. Maybe there's a special basket right near the door. So as soon as you walk in the house, put your keys in a basket. That way you always know where they are, right? Like it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that your natural inclination might be clumsy or bad or irresponsible. Yes. But when you don't put systems in place to help yourself, that's when it becomes a problem. Yeah. And so I put a system in place. I know that by putting things on my calendar, I'll always be prepared for them. So I don't have to remember every week. Like it's on my calendar. It pops up. Everything I do is on my calendar, because whenever I make a dentist appointment, and they're like 6 months from now, December 20th at 11 a.m. Yep, I can do it. I know there's no way I'll remember that, so I immediately go put it in my calendar so I don't have to think about it, right?
That.
And so, and here's the thing, it still it works with food too. Like, plan ahead. If you're the type of person that overeats, if you go to a buffet or something, put a plan in place. Like, it's okay that your natural inclination might be to overeat, right?
And I was gonna say an honest plan.
A realistic plan, exactly. But don't be like, well, this is just always happens when I come here. No. You know, so that's really.
I like everything you just said.
Yeah. So yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Let's see. Joyce said, I still remember when he did that video. He's amazing. That's crazy. That video.
Intentional
carnivore. That video was crazy. It was a video of him going on a walk, and I mean,
just never stopped.
A person. It was a video of a person that weighed 220 more pounds going on a walk. That was still, that was still crazy.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yes. Robin's here says hello to awesome Louisville Hawaka. Yes, family. That's how you pronounce it. Pretty sure I butchered that. Y'all made my
pretty sure.
No, looks good. Look, no, that's good. Hope that's here says happy Hope Day. I'm watching your interview with Sean. It's great. What a neat guy. Yeah. Plus, I love his accent. I was like, bro, where are you from? Because he's from backwoods South Carolina. Like, it's, I would say South Carolina, but he said like South Carolina, like Lona, like South Carolina. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Fancy schmancy.
Nice. Yes.
Very fancy, sir.
Yeah. Dustin says playing to your weaknesses to help yourself is vital. I mean, exactly. Like, you have to. Like, that's what I'm saying. I have no patience for people that have not figured themselves out. Like, you got no other job. You don't got to figure out anything else, but like, figure yourself out. And I have, and clearly when it comes to my memory and my schedule, right? And so
I was gonna say, just don't lie to yourself either.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where we can always deceive ourselves. Yeah,
exactly. It just starts with honesty. Like, if I don't want to be a person that always loses my keys, so I'm not going to acknowledge the fact that I always lose my keys. And because if I put a plan in place, that must mean I really am that person. But guess what? You lose your keys anyway, and you make your life 10 times harder by not putting a plan in place. I mean,
preach. Talk about it.
Yes. Dustin said, Chandra, we talked about this. Chandra, like, this name really causes me a lot of anxiety.
I think it was Chandra.
Was it Chandra? I don't know. Chandra.
You got it close.
And I have a shared calendar. So me and Richard don't have a shared calendar, but we invite each other to the things that are on our individual calendars.
Very helpful.
Yeah. So that way, like, we know what each other's doing, but like, we don't have like a mixed calendar. So. Joyce said, did Sean say he's coming to Ketopalooza? He said that he was interested and that he will try. So
because he is from the rural part of South
Carolina. Yes. So
it takes
some getting to. And speaking of that, guys, like, as of right now, the hotel rooms are sold out. Like, all of the rooms are completely sold out at the Galt House. So I have updated the website. Yes. I have updated the website to list some hotels in the area of similar price, and they're like all like 15-minute walks away. That's of similar price. There are hotel rooms, or there's hotels right up the street, but they cost like $250 a night. And I was like, like a Loft, $250 a night, Moxie, $250 a night, Marriott, $250 a night, right?
What these voices?
Yeah, I was doing that. So here's the thing. I'm trying to get more rooms, but I don't know if I'll be successful with that.
My next question with that is, is the rooms available and they're just holding them for other reasons?
Well, because I haven't requested them.
Okay.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's why I don't request like, I want 500 rooms, because I'm financially responsible for 80% of the rooms. Meaning, if I request 500 rooms, 400 of them got to be sold, and if only 250 are sold, I'm financially responsible for the other 150, right? So it is very important that I play this game of like making sure I can get to 80%.
Especially at this stage of the event.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm at 100% right now. So I'm going to see if I can add a few more rooms. Once again, it's not going to be like, I'll take 300 more rooms. Like I can't just get unlimited rooms because I'm financially responsible for making sure those rooms are full.
Yeah. So basically, if the people decide not to come or something happens, then you would have to pay that rate or pay the as if an empty room just sitting there.
Yeah, exactly. So but like I said, I'm trying to get more rooms, but I'm not counting on it. So here's my best thing to do.
What's that?
Book a hotel. This only really works if you're booking on the hotel website, like not through an Expedia or something like that, but book a hotel. It costs $0 to reserve a hotel. Like even a Marriott or a Hilton or a Residence Inn, like you can book it and then you have like 40, like you can probably the week before, up to the week before to cancel it. So if it turns out I get more rooms, then book at the Gold House, then cancel your reservation at that hotel. Like don't prepay, because here's the thing: if you prepay, you already bought it. Over. But if rooms become available,
I like that.
And you rebook, you still have this prepaid room. But for most of the times when you book on the website, there is no money due up front, you know? And don't get me wrong, you might get the cheapest rate when you pay up front. That's why they incentivize you to pay up front. Maybe it's $129, you know, to
trying to lock you in at that rate.
Yeah, or like $149 but you can cancel whenever you want, right?
That's when you hit the break.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
Nice. I like that.
Robin said they can stay with us at our house, Hemingway Hotel, Keto partner. I love that. I love that. Brianna said, did all the rooms get taken last year? All of the rooms did not get taken, but 80% got taken, or like probably like 85, 90. So I didn't have to pay any money out of pocket, bottom line. Exactly. But all of the room nights were not taken.
So you basically qualified for their little buffer area. Right?
Exactly. This year, as of right now, all of the rooms are taken. You know, so
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
There's
not a night left.
That's a great thing.
And another thing, Brianna, you're right. The hotel lady at the Gold House is out on extended medical leave. And I was just like, then who am I talking to about this? And so I left a message for whoever she said her replacement was, but they have not called me back. So don't make me have to write down there. Yeah. So
who's dropping the ball?
So that's what I'm saying. That's another reason why I'm like, don't wait for me. Book a hotel room now. Yes. Like, you know, like
have something on standby.
Because I don't want y'all to
while we work.
I don't want y'all to be saying, well, I was waiting because you were saying you were possibly trying to get another room. No. You know? So that's just what I am, but that's what I'm working on. That's what's happening right now. So yeah, because I am trying to get more rooms because we got 110 more tickets to sell. We're at 190 and we got 110 more tickets to sell and more rooms need to be available.
We're going to sell them, then we
are going to sell them. So they do need a place to stay. So yeah, that's what's going on. So
it's a great direction to
go. So I am, so that's all that's going on. I mean, things are just regular working and exercising at the gym.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's the new thing now. Yeah. That's our new itch.
Yeah, is making our way around the crunch fitness.
Gym rats.
Yeah, gym
rodents.
We're gym muskrats. What? Absolutely not.
All the above.
Yeah. So planning is important. The title of today's video. So like it has another meaning for me as well. Is I told you guys that this year what I've really been focused on is planning, like intentionally planning what I plan to eat for the day and sticking to that plan. And like I said, I love how Sean's name was Intentional Carnivore, because like intentional is really my theme of the year. Yes. Like I can here's what I've given myself permission. I can do anything I want to this year. Like I can exercise or not exercise. I can eat whatever I want or not whatever I want, as long as I'm intentional about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. If I have intentionally chosen to eat an entire Costco cake, guess what? Go at it, But most of the times I don't intentionally choose to eat a whole Costco cake. I give myself permission to just black out. I'm just like, doesn't matter. Just eat whatever you want, right? When I'm intentionally choosing, it's probably going to be like 2 pieces of Costco cake, probably 2 corners if I can choose. Like a holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, not just in general, but you know. But
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing: we could just as easily, I could intentionally put on my plan 3 Jeff's donuts, and we just go get Jeff's donuts, like because I've intentionally chosen, not like, you know what, I feel like donuts. Let's get in the car and go get them. You know, like.
And you'll plan them out.
And I'll plan them out, and I'll spread them out and ration them in a way that is satisfying for me, but I'll eat real food to where it's nourishing for me as well, you know?
And it alleviates your pressure that we all put on ourselves mentally.
Exactly. And I've just really gotten better at the notion of I did not put this on my plan today. Yes. Therefore, any urge that I feel to eat it is strictly mental. Like, if I didn't know, like, for instance, I was over in Beverly's house today taking care of the dogs. You know how Aunt Beverly has the mother of all candy bowls, you know? And
yes.
And I'm just looking at all the things, and I'm just feeling like it would be delicious to eat those, but I clearly don't want them. Even though my brain's like, oh man, you should eat a Reese's, you know? But it's like, I did not write that down. I didn't write it down. If I wanted a Reese's, I was within my rights to be like, you want 2 packages of Reese's today. Mm-hmm. I didn't write it down. So any urge that I'm feeling to eat the Reese's, that's just mental, right? And that's another thing. I was talking to my best friend, Ashley, because we went to a Waffle House this past weekend, and it was amazing. Oh yeah. And like we got the Grand Slam.
You never gave me the rundown on the condo.
We got the Grand Slam. We each got the Grand Slam, which includes pretty much everything. Comes with 2 eggs, 1 meat, hash browns, toast, and a waffle. Yeah. And
it's been a while.
That's what it all comes with. And so, like, I put that on my plan because I knew we were going to Waffle House, and I was like, I knew I will get not a Grand Slam, an All-Star. It's called an All-Star at Waffle House.
I think Grand Slam is Denny's.
Yes, it is Denny's. So basically, I was eating my beep boop boop. Have my toast with the grape jelly. It was so good.
Went through all the
and we were sitting there talking, and she ate like pretty much all of her food, but she left the toast there. And like, I was just like, we're talking, but like my mind is like, why? Like, is she eating the toast? Like
it's not me doing that.
Like
somebody else.
She should eat the toast. Should I ask if I can have this toast? But like, I don't need the toast because clearly I'm satisfied, and I didn't write down 2 orders of toast. This is all going on in my head as I'm like listening to her conversation.
Exactly.
And we're just talking, but you know, a lot of our conversation had turned to like health and what, you know, changes that we were making mentally. And I was like, yeah, like I'm doing mental work on your toast right now. Like she was like, wow, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, like I'm definitely having a full-fledged conversation with myself about like why that toast is still there. But at the same time, I recognize that's exactly what it is, you know? Like I said this, which I kind of amazed myself. I just said the moment that you're no longer hungry, it's a mental battle. Like it's not this physical, I'm just so hungry, I have to eat everything. When you're not hungry anymore, it's strictly mental. So you have to mind over matter, that whole thing. Just be like, no, that's not, I didn't write that down. I like it. But you know, the thoughts were there, but they're just like, that's not on the plan. We didn't want that, you know, and in 20 minutes we'll be gone and I won't care anymore about these pieces of toast, you know?
Forgot it existed.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like, stuff like that, like thoughts like that, intentionality like that, and planning like that has really helped me this year. Like I said, it's helped me. Once again, has it helped me lose weight? No. Has it helped the number on the scale go down? No. Has it helped it? I mean, it's trickling, but it's not. But like, has it helped me be 1,000% happier and more satisfied with my diet overall? Yes. So that's really all I care about. And that's what, so and that's what I told Sean today. Like, I no longer live my life in a way where I'm doing things to make the number on the scale go down. I'm not. I'm just doing things to
be sustainable.
Yeah, to be sustainable, to enjoy my life every day, and to, you know,
without the mental stress that we put ourselves under.
Which, you know, there's just so many habits that I'm building that just have nothing to do with my weight. They all have to do with my health, but not my weight. So
well, and I like to add to that you already have most of the game figured out. You know what I mean? Like everything.
Yeah.
You're basically still on the straight and narrow path.
Brianna says,
now you're not.
I would love to be a moderator, but once I eat the toast, it's all over and I lose all control. And like, you know, old Autumn would be like, I feel you, it's hard. But new Autumn's just like, but do you lose all control because you've already told yourself that once you eat the toast, you lose all control? Like, you know, I would ask myself the question, what if I'm the type of person that eats the toast and then doesn't lose control? You know, like, and here's the thing. Oh my God. Here's the thing. Like, Alex, what are you doing? Okay. We all know our own body and our own limits. And if you truly have addictive traits towards certain types of food where it's a physical like reaction, right? I'm not telling alcoholics, am I the type that can only have one drink? No. Okay. If you know you have a disease, then this is not who I'm talking to. Yes. But I knew personally for myself that I was not that type of person. I just had no tools to use to keep me from overindulging. Okay. I knew that it wasn't like once I stop, I physically can't stop. It's just I have no reason not to. So I might as well, you know. I was looking for the tools to help myself, right? And so my mental work has helped me do that. And I used to be the type of person, and I hear a lot of people say, once I start, it's just all over. And I would, you know, I've learned to question, but is it all over? Is it all over because you've already told yourself that it's all over? Like, and so that's just something that I've been working on personally. You know, diving into the subconscious. Yeah. Gene Sears says, "Hey y'all." D's here says, "Evening, good weather to what, fam? Happy hump day." Oh, you're in makeup. Did you film a video? Why, yes, I actually was on a YouTube live earlier tonight, and that's why I wore makeup. I know you're so beautiful. Yeah. With or without. Yeah, but once again, I'm not saying that like I don't want to be the type of person that overdoes it on toast. So I'm not going to put any plans in place to help myself. Like that's specifically why I'm putting my plans in place. Like literally, if I didn't have a plan in place, I would say, well, there's nothing to stop me from asking for this extra piece of toast, and it's good and going to taste good. I might as well. Like those are all the thoughts, but I know that I don't want to be that type of person. And the juxtaposition of you now from you 6 years ago. I mean, shoot, even me 6 months ago. Well, you would hoard the food. Exactly. Waiting, be like, I'm going to wait till my cheat day. Exactly. Then I'll eat these. So it would be 6 months and you'll be clean as a whistle. And that's another thing that drives if I eat the toast, it's all over. Because what you either whether you realize it or not, what you subconsciously think under that is, because tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to go back to a way of eating where I can never have it. So I might as well eat all of it because I'm about to take it away again, you know? Well, and that was your thing, is you would wait until your cheat day, quote unquote, and then you would gorge yourself to the point of sickness. Yeah. And then it would rinse and repeat for the next 6 months. And then the one cheat day again, then gorge yourself, and then sickness. So you're at a point now where you are truly dealing with the mental side of it all. Yeah. Where you're like, I don't want to do that whole rinse and repeat every 6 months, lose 40 pounds, gain it all back, lose 30 pounds, gain it all back. But you're like, you know what? Let's deal with this mentally so we can have a sustainable weight loss. Because no matter what. Because, you know, I've always said it. I never heard it put like this, but this is how I always felt. Like, even when I started keto, I knew that I was not going to live a life where I never ate tortilla chips again. Like, I just knew, no matter what, whether I reserved it for a cheat day, whether I reserved it for a holiday, you gotta be honest. I just knew that I was never going to live a life where I didn't eat tortilla chips again. But the problem with keto, I guess, would be plain Lay's. Yeah, but not the problem with keto, but with keto, we know that the goal is to go so long without eating those things. Yeah, to where you shouldn't want them again. Well, you don't really want them. You don't really have a physical desire for them, but sometimes you just want them. But like memory lane. So every time that I ate tortilla chips, it was a big deal because I'm just like, after this, I'm not going to have these again for a while, you know? Yeah. So I never 6 months got to practice eating tortilla chips and it not being a big deal because I can have them whenever I want. So I don't have to make the most of this time when I'm eating tortilla chips.
Well, that was all. I think you were practicing that all your adolescence up until
my whole life. All dieting is I gotta binge eat all this stuff.
We practice
because who knows when I'm gonna eat this again.
We was in early age.
No, I wasn't practicing eating them in a way that I didn't overeat. Oh my God, is he falling asleep? Look at that dog. Look at that dog. Oh my gosh. I stopped petting him. So, like I said, I've been listening to the podcast. And one thing that really stuck out to me is she said,
now which podcast is
this? Is Burn Fat with Your Brain by Maggie Sterling. Okay. She said, if you want to get good at a particular activity, you've got to practice. So if you want to get good at not overeating tortilla chips, when that's all you've ever done is anytime you open one, you eat one, you might as well eat them. If you want to get good at not overeating tortilla chips, guess what you have to do? Practice not overeating tortilla chips. But also guess what that means? You're going to have to eat the tortilla chips to practice not overeating them. And so
you just destroyed my whole psyche.
But I mean, that's what I really like. I wanted to get better at eating these things. But in order to get better at eating them, you've got to practice eating them by eating them, And so
do restraint.
And not only restraint, and here's the thing. But you also have to change the environment and the mindset under which you eat them, or you can't expect anything to change. Like I said, I used to eat a whole bag of tortilla chips because I used to starve myself the whole day, leave my stomach empty, and then down it with the whole bag of tortilla chips. Now,
sitting on the couch.
If I want to do something different, if I want to learn how to not eat all the tortilla chips, I can't approach it with the same situation. I can't have an empty stomach with that, and when I've been ravenously hungry, I can't do that. So maybe this time I eat a high-fat, high-protein meal.
Exert some energy.
That is satiating. Then maybe I don't need all the tortilla chips.
You just have
I can just practice eating a few of the tortilla chips.
That was tasty.
Here you go.
That was very tasty.
But and sometimes you're gonna have the intention to not overeat the tortilla chips, and you're gonna overeat them anyway, right? But at least the intention is there, because before we never had an intention. We just said tortilla chips, YOLO, that's really what I'm working on. It is not keto, you guys. It's just simply not keto, but that's what I'm practicing. It's just eating, being intentional when I eat.
And my thing is this, like you said, you're going to be inundated with all types of advertisements, and commercials.
And it's all mental.
And it's never going to stop.
Jean said exactly. We must learn what foods we are unable to eat in moderation. Also learn more about the bioavailable nutrition. Now that is a reason that a majority of my diet is real food, because I actually want nutrition. I understand the purpose of eating is to extract nutrients from the food that will then fuel your body,
Yes.
But, that's just what I've been.
Again, what the street you're on.
Joyce here said, I have made a plan for my countdown to Keto Palooza. I love that. And I've been doing so good. I absolutely love that.
Joyce.
Yeah. So, Joyce said, do what Richard does. Eat a couple, then put them away. I mean,
depending on what you're talking about.
I don't like planning to eat a couple. He doesn't plan, but once again, he doesn't have the same issue as I do, But so for me, what I would do, here's the thing. Here's the difference.
Okay, yes. Give us an example.
Richard can buy a bag of Lay's chips and then just eat them sparingly until they're gone. He doesn't already know these will be gone by Thursday. He just eats them a little at a time until they're gone. Whereas
2 weeks from now,
if I bought that same bag, I'd have to know before I bought it, I plan to split this into 6 servings. It will be gone by Saturday. And once I do that, I can just put serving of chips on my plan for the next 6 days. That way I automatically know when that's going to be done. They can't just be sitting in there with no plan for me.
And organized.
But yes, I'm no longer afraid of a bag of chips because I'm like, I have a plan.
You have a plan for it.
And here's the thing.
I like that.
You're going to get one handful of chips and you're going to eat them. And then your brain's immediately going to be like, 1 was good, 2 would be great. And it's just immediately going to say, those were so good.
And that was
we should have more.
That was on the podcast too, right?
It was on the podcast, So what I have to work on telling myself is know that you think 2 would be really great, but we've only planned for 1, and we'll just have the rest tomorrow. We'll have some more tomorrow. Don't wig out. It's okay. Where they're not going away. We just plan to eat 1 today. We're going to eat more tomorrow.
One of your servings.
Exactly.
Or 1 bag of serving.
That's what I'm saying.
Portion it out.
Yeah, portion it out.
You plan on eating just that, and that was it.
The
next will be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'll live to fight another day.
Here's the thing. Jean says, I don't understand why you want to eat corn chips that can irritate your gut lining, have leftover meat in the fridge. All that's valid. I love corn chips. I like the way they taste. They may or may not be irritating my gut lining. Sometimes I make the choice it's worth it, and sometimes I make the choice it's not. Like, everyone is literally allowed to do whatever they want. But I'm not going to live in a world anymore where I'm just like, oh man, I feel guilty for eating those corn chips. I just simply don't, right?
If they irritate your gut lining,
then I wouldn't eat them. That's what I'm just saying. I don't have an adverse physical reaction to them, And that also doesn't mean that I eat corn chips every day. It also doesn't like here's another thing that I had to realize. There's a middle ground between being so focused on weight loss and strictness and perfection and going balls to the wall and being perfect. A lot of people think if I'm not that, then I might as well be YOLOing it up and eating, tubs of icing every day because I'm not on a plan. So I might as well go nuts. There's a middle where you do actually choose. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Where you actually choose a large majority, real healthy food that you eat that is the base of your diet, and then you just sprinkle stuff on top of there, right? Some people have no desire to sprinkle.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And that is
and some
fine.
people are aware that every sprinkle puts you a half a step back from where you're trying to go.
If where you're trying to go is to see the number on the scale get smaller.
Yeah.
Or
it might be a physical thing.
Everyone, that is everyone's choice, up to them. And I'm not here to be to one way is better than the other. But also, I know a lot of people right now that want to eat sprinkle,
yes,
but they don't think, but they're just I can't do that because I can't
and it'll throw their mental state
into
a place of despair.
If you want to get to a place where I wish I could eat a slice of cake and be satisfied and not be obsessed with it, if that's what you want, but sometimes you're but I just can't because that's who I am. I mean, that's fine. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to just be I guess I wanted to see if there was a way where I could.
You are where you are over many, many, many years of trying.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. It just goes it goes even way back to keto. It was this lifestyle. Yeah. Whether or not that I realized that some foods were good and could be eaten.
Turning that corner.
And were foods that you ate for weight loss, and this is what healthy people ate. But this is the food that I really wanted over here. And I kept them secret. There was this hyper sensationalized. This is what I really want, but this is what I have to eat in order to lose weight. Right now that all of it is on the same table, this is what I want to eat to feel healthy. This is what I want to eat because I want fun taste foods in my mouth, even though this is still tastes delicious.
Of childhood memories.
But because it tastes good. It just tastes good. I mean, there could be a memory associated to it or not.
Irritation.
I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Everyone is all. Yes. You can live your own life.
No, we love you.
Yeah.
We love
says, it took me about 28 months on Keto for my taste buds to no longer love chocolate and other sweets. The urge to eat crunchy foods is harder to lose. I mean, but I feel like there's plenty of keto. I mean, you can have carrots unless carrots are too high in sugar. Yeah. But I mean, you can have carrots and still get a crunch.
There's lots of different ways.
Yeah. Jean says, you're right. It's not about being thin. It's about being healthy. All of this I wholeheartedly agree with.
There you go. It's a shirt. It's a shirt.
Yeah.
It's a shirt.
Dustin says you have to not only get to know yourself, but you also have to be honest with yourself. Exactly. And that's what I was doing. I was spending so much of my time wishing I wasn't the way that I was instead of trying to figure out how to work with the way that I am, and that's all I'm saying.
Well, I think it's not alone though. I think that's a lot more human than we like to think about. We all, very few of us are actually comfortable in our own skin. Yeah. We all see somebody else's skin and be like, man, if only I could be in that, then everything will be perfect.
Exactly.
Until we're in that, they're like, oh man,
not,
If
not any
only
better.
it could
Exactly.
be
Not
that
any
other one
better.
over there. That one looks much better than
Yeah,
this one even.
But like, and I know this like when I talk like this, it gets really borderline. Like, I'll just wish I wasn't an addict anymore. It's that easy. Like, I'm not saying that at all, and I'm not trivializing it at all. But I'm saying I never identified as a food addict.
Yeah.
I identified as a compulsive eater, as a binge
eater,
as a mindless eater.
You were still in the realm.
It was a compulsion.
Yes.
And I wanted to figure out if there are ways that I could manage my compulsions. And I am finding a way that works. Like, I'm by no means cured or fixed or I've got it figured out, but I have tools in my toolbox that I did not have before.
There you go.
And I'm utilizing them, and it is helping me. It is making me feel better.
Everybody, like humans, we're all a big part of one big spectrum.
Yeah.
You're just one sliver of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So you're telling the story from your angle.
Exactly.
I like that.
And so that's what I will continue to do, is tell the story from my angle.
Look at you.
But one of the biggest parts that has helped me is the planning aspect.
Oh wait, what? I thought we were focusing all that.
Is the planning aspect, intentionally choosing what I want, and that's just a day at a time. Like, guess what? My uncle's coming in. No, my uncle's coming in town tomorrow. We're going to Hibachi. Like, I haven't been to Hibachi in like a decade, a legitimate decade. It's where they put all the food, the meat.
Throw the stuff in the air.
Yeah, and then they make the onion volcano. You know,
put on my plate.
No. I want dinner on the show.
I'm gonna hold my plate up.
And guess what? Tomorrow morning, when I make my plan, dinner will be one serving hibachi. Like, it'll like, because they separated onto everybody's plate. It won't be like my rice and Richard's rice. It'll be like one plate of what they get.
Is it like a like samba grill? Is it like you come
No, have you never seen hibachi?
I don't know how they do everything. Like, to the point.
So hibachi, there's one big flat top. It's like our what is it?
It's like a school. Everybody's like a table stove or something like that instead of the stove.
And so basically, they start with the rice. They put the well, actually, they probably start with a chicken. They take everyone's order. What meat would you like? They take your meat. That's what's
question. Like, how is the order done?
So everyone get like, there's like a chicken, a fish, or no, a chicken, a shrimp, a steak, or a combo. So be like, I'd like the chicken, please. And they take everyone's, based on how much they take out how much meat they'll need, and then they get the meat started on the flat top. Then they spill out all the rice, and they start rice dingling and dangling, and then they chop up the vegetables like they're making fried rice right in front of you.
Okay, so everybody gets the fried rice.
Yeah, like, but they cook the rice family style, and then all the meat is getting cooked in front of it. Yeah, exactly. So then they're like, crack the eggs in it, mix. Then they make the onion volcano, and then once all the meat or all the food is cooked, which the meat is usually the longest, then they take, in those flat spatulas, they take that much rice, dump it on your plate. That much rice, dump it on your plate. That much rice, dump it on your plate. And then they take whatever meat you and then they put it.
Definitely gonna give me a to-go.
Hibachi. That's hibachi.
Give me a to-go plate as soon as you put that.
But so, like, all the thing is, like, I know I'm gonna have hibachi tomorrow, and I'm gonna put it on my plan, and I'm gonna have one serving. I'm not gonna have everybody's rice. Like, I have to be intentional about choosing not to eat everybody's rice, because if somebody doesn't eat the rice, then why wouldn't I just be like, hey, can I get some of that? Because, like, when's the next time I'm gonna have rice?
Quick question. You would ask everybody's rice?
Yes, literally. Right. Yes, yeah. Or, I would have, like, when he's like scooping all the rice to put on everybody's plate, and there's like a little on side, I'd be like, go ahead, scoop that up, player. Go ahead and give that to me. Like, I would have done that. Like,
you gotta be honest with yourself.
And so, but now that I know I'm eating hibachi tomorrow, I'm just like, do I need, like, I definitely don't need
all the edges of everything.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't need as big of a lunch as I normally have. Because I know that I'm going to be eating dinner. Than that, like, it's like when you plan it out for the day, you can balance it ahead of time. So
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Gene says, try and eat very little rice at the hibachi restaurant because it absorbs all the canola and peanut oil. Now, this I will say, I really do not like eating seed oils. Like that is one thing that I do try to avoid. I mean, I have very little processed food as it is, but the seed oils, like, I just, even now I can't get, like, well, I might as well eat Duke's Mayo. Like, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I will say,
I mean,
there probably will be canola and soybean oil in the rice that I eat tomorrow.
Own.
Yeah, exactly. But once again, no, I mean,
sure
well, I'm sure we could ask if they cook it in butter. But regardless, like,
sure
if I have hibachi once in a decade, like, it is what it is. You know, like, I just, there has to be a balance for me.
I mean, I'm just not that big on the rice.
Which, honestly, for a long time, Richard, I thought you were like virtue signaling to me. Like, I'm just not into the rice. People that are into carbs are so basic.
I didn't say that.
I'd rather no, but that's what I heard. No. Every time Richard's just like, every time there's a fish or a chicken sandwich, take the bread away. I just want the meat. Like, it was like he was like, because people that need bread are weak and stupid. Like, that's literally what you said. But I quickly had to. I had to realize that was me. Like, he literally just likes meat.
Well, he
literally just does not like the bread or the rice or he just doesn't like it.
I mean, it'd be hard on a Reuben, for example. It's just really messy. But and
I've just come to realize that, like, him saying that he doesn't like rice has no bearing on me and the fact that I really do like rice.
No, I just want more of the meat that goes on.
Yeah. No, see, that's the thing. That's the thing that they do actually. That's the thing that they do actually meter is like, okay, you get a serving of meat. Like, so there's not just
like Olive Garden with breadsticks.
Yeah, yeah, they count
salad. Like, you have all of this junk.
Brianna says, as long as I avoid seed oils at home, if I have a little bit here and there when I eat out, isn't too big of a deal. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like, don't get me wrong, I really, really try to avoid those, but at the same time, it's just like I'm not going to hibachi because, like, they cook it in seed oil, and everyone is free to make that choice. Y'all, you could be like, well, Autumn, you're in denial and you're still hurting yourself. Say all the things you want, believe all the beliefs you want. I'm really not here to stop you. I'm really not, but I'm just here to tell you, like, what my numbers say and what my quality of life says. Like, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I am doing fine. So. Okay, well, okay, guys, that's all. We are watching The Circle on Netflix. We're catching up.
Cut down on your seed oils.
Yeah, definitely cut down on your seed oils.
Cut them out.
Yeah. We're going to the gym tomorrow. It's going to be really fun. Yeah. So, see you next Wednesday. We'll be on there on Sunday. I'm starting to see them here next Wednesday.
For the whackness.
Yeah, the
whackness.
Okay. All right, have a good night, everybody. Bye.